Animal experimentation is something that most people know occurs in the scientific community, but choose not to acknowledge because they don't have to witness the horrors that come with it. As a student at Elon University with an interest in animal ethics, I took the opportunity of researching a topic I feel invested in to delve into the world of animal testing in our society. Having been used in biomedical research since roughly 384 BC, animals have been and continue to be subjected to cruel and painful experimentations. Animal testing is a widely controversial topic in today's society that poses issues of moral and ethical concern. The notion that animal testing is a necessary component in research and education is a myth. Despite the fact that live animals have been used in medical education for millennia, the practice has now been abolished from the standard curriculum of every U.S. medical school. The fact that such a dramatic change was made in regards to educational research encourages the examination of the causes that led to that decision being made. A study was conducted on students involved in medical research, and the results showed that students felt moral and ethical objection to the unnecessary torture and mistreatment of animals. In the last few decades, studies have been published that have significantly increased our understanding of what animals can actually feel when they are subjected to testing. It has been proven by studies from multiple disciplines that animals have the ability to experience pain. Every year, millions of animals suffer painful procedures without anesthesia to test consumer goods. Despite the fact that animal testing has led to many scientific advancements without human testing, animal welfare remains an issue with displays of public concern. In addition to the issue of ethical concern, animal testing also brings about concerns in the environment. Millions of animals are used in research and toxicity testing. Evidence indicates that the use and disposal of tested animals, combined with the chemicals and supplies used during testing, contribute to air, water, and soil pollution. Millions of animal bodies contaminated with toxic and hazardous chemicals, viruses, infectious diseases, and other laboratory waste, such as animal excrement, bedding, excess feeding, caging, needles, and syringes, are discarded after use in research and testing every year. When laboratories incinerate animal carcasses and laboratory supplies that may contain experimental chemicals, drugs, and other toxins, the emission of gases results in air pollution. The fuel consumption required to maintain the high temperatures needed for incineration and the disposal ash created subsequently proved to be causes for environmental concern. Soil contamination, runoff animal waste, and other debris related to drug and chemical testing may result in group water contamination. Soil contamination leads to the contamination of public drinking water because public water treatment facilities are often unable to filter out drugs, hormones, and chemical solvents in the wastewater. With an abundance of other pollutants that are damaging the environment and ecosystems, animal testing does not have to be one of them. In an effort to change the nature of animal testing, scientists William Russell and Rex Birch encouraged researchers to implement the principles of reducing the number of animals used in experiments to a minimum requirement, refine the pain and distress to which animals are exposed to, and replace the use of animals with non-animal alternatives when possible. They named these principles the 3 Rs. With a plethora of alternative methods to animal experimentation, the use of animals in scientific research should be reduced significantly or become obsolete altogether. In place of live animals during research, alternative methods include 3D animated models, dummies and mechanical types of simulators, computer-based simulation and virtual aids, tissues and organs from slaughterhouses, fisheries, and fish cultures, and in vitro studies on cell lines. These alternative methods reap many advantages to the animals, the environment, and the research. Many of the methods are reusable and can be used multiple times without any difficulty. There are numerous studies accounting for the success of alternative methods to animal testing, and many have proven that the methods provide more accurate results. Companies and organizations that use animal testing should heavily consider the positive aspects of using alternative methods, which will benefit the animals and research conducted. By reducing the quantity of animals used in testing and implementing alternative methods, everyone will benefit. The moral dilemma surrounding the ethics of subjecting millions of animals to torture and death will be lifted, and the research and data scientists seek can still be obtained. Although evidence shows that the scientific community can achieve this feat, there are still over 100 million animals being killed in U.S. laboratories each year. In order to spur more awareness about this opportunity for progress, take to social media to spread the word. With the hashtag #StopAnimalTesting, post your objections against animal experimentation on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and any other social media platform. By using the hashtag to voice a public call for the end of animal testing, as well as boycotting the companies that refuse to use alternative methods, there will be severe consequences for those companies and organizations involved in animal experimentation, and laboratories will be forced to change their ways.